Hi everyone and welcome back. We're going to continue our summer story time edition with number 2 story time. And this week we're going to share the story of the 3 little pigs. We're also going to share a fun story about a pig called Ribbit. And we hope that you enjoy spending a little bit of time with us today. So our first book is The 3 Little Pigs by James Marshall. And Mr. Marshall has written several children's books, but his stories are some of my favorite here at the library, so I'm excited to share it with you. The 3 Little Pigs by James Marshall. Look at those pigs, they look a little creative. Painting, sleeping, reading. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her 3 little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. "Now be sure to write," she said, "and remember that I love you." The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. "I know," said the little pig. "I'll buy your straw and build a house." "That's not a good idea," said the man. "Mind your own business, thank you," said the little pig. And he bought the straw and set about building his house. It took him no time at all. Very soon a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig said, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." This annoyed wolf to no end, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew that house in. See the little pig, there he goes. And he gobbled up that little pig. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. See his sticks? "I got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy those sticks and I'll build a house." "I'd think twice about that," said the man. "Oh, pooh," said the little pig. "What do you know?" And he bought those sticks, and he went to work building his house. "Very pretty," he said. See him building. No sooner had little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the second little pig said, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." And the wolf didn't care for that at all. He said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Ha, ha, ha," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig. Now the third little pig had met a man with a load of bricks. "Those bricks will make a fine, sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea, my good fellow," said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and he set about building his house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. Nice and solid, said the little pig. Nice and solid. But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Look at that house. He worked hard on that one. Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Oh, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, until he was quite blue in the face. The house stood firm, though. "I'll try another approach," muttered the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. "Little pig, I was only teasing," he said. "And by the way, I hear tell that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?" "Oh, I'm much too busy now," said the little pig. "What about tomorrow morning?" "Excellent," said the wolf. "I'll come for you at 6. They have a plan. And the next morning the little pig got up at 5. He hurried up to Farmer Jones' turnip field. He picked a basket of scrumptious turnips, and he dashed back home. And when the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. "Sorry I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. "No harm done," he said. "By the way, there's a lovely apple tree down by Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few nibbles?" "I must cook my turnips," said the little pig. "Let's meet there tomorrow morning." "Splendid," said the wolf. "Shall we say 5? The next morning the little pig was up at 4, and he went off for the apples. It took longer than he expected to reach Merry Meadow, and while busy gathering the apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. "Do try one of these," he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. Look at that wolf. When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree, and he made it home safely. The next day the wolf came out again. Really, by this time he was quite put out. "There's a fair today on Hog Hill," he said. "Would you care to go?" "Why don't we just meet there?" said the little pig. "Would 3 o'clock suit you?" "Colossal," said the wolf. 3 it is. And just to make sure, he would be there at 2. That wolf, he's getting smart. At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. And suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside the empty butter churn and rolled down the hill towards the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared, he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went into the little pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by the great round thing that came down the hill. "Frightened you, did I?" said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn and I was inside." This simply was too much for the wolf to stand. "I'm going to eat you up right now," he said, and he climbed into the roof. And when the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire. Whoa, bad news for Wolf. "Here I come," said the wolf. "Dinner time." "You can say that again," said the little pig, and he cooked that mean old wolf and gobbled him up. And that's the end. Oh, that was a brave pig.